Thank you. All right. You guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just gonna pretend like we didn't meet last time and start from the beginning. Alex and Joey, I know that you guys heard all this before, so just pretend like you've never heard it before.
Okay.
So you guys drop out of hyperspace on the edge of a asteroid belt in a planet in the system that you were given the coordinates. I don't have the information in front of me, but there was a specific system that they're in. Where is it?
It's an asteroid. It's a triple asteroid combo planet thing.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, I wrote down where it was. Wait, no, it's in this one. Sorry. I'm a little disorganized this time. I do apologize. I asked everyone if they were ready and then said nothing. I'm on it. I'm on. Alright, my mouse is frozen. Alright, it's in the Aparo sector. That's what it is. Aparo. The Aparo sector, it's an asteroid field orbiting a small ice planet moon. It's not inhabited or inhabitable. And you come up on the asteroid field, and Rex, you realize that the coordinates are inside the asteroid field. But it's because it's orbiting a planet, the movement is pretty easy to navigate when you know where you're going. They're not moving it's not like a free floating asteroid belt that just hurls crazily around the solar system. Mm-hmm. It's in the gravitational field, so it's a little more stable. So it's a little easier to navigate with a smaller freighter like yours. So you guys make your way deeper into the asteroid field, and as you get deeper, you come across this giant asteroid. Basically, it looks like 2 or 3 asteroids that have been brought together, and you can see a bunch of workers and crewmen floating in ships around the outside of it. You can see the sparks coming off the side as people weld stuff together and are putting together this base inside the asteroid field. You can see 4 turbo laser cannons on the top and bottom with small fighter defense lasers on the outside of it. It's definitely still under construction. It's not fully operational yet, but it's a relatively decently sized base. And as you are flying in, a familiar protocol droid face, actually your comm link lights up that you're being hailed from the station. And you answer it, and a familiar droid face pops up, goes, "Greeting, I am 9-0. Welcome to Homestar Base. You have finally arrived."
Hello, 9-0.
Hello, Brand. I trust your mission was a success.
Yes, complete, 100%.
Perfect. That is excellent to hear. Please make your way to Docking Bay 2 and land, and you will meet with the director at once. So, Alex, you fly your ship around, and you see there's 2 large docking bays, one on the front and one on the back. It's nap time for Alex. Look at him. He's all sweepy.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
He's sweepy. And you make your way, and you land in Hangar Bay 2. And you see there's a lot of other starships and personnel here, perhaps more than you initially anticipated. It's a relatively decently sized operation that you guys are a part of. There's a lot of old Imperial-styled craft in the hangar bay that you would recognize as being either decommissioned or out of commission or older. But there's a lot of Imperial starcraft. There's some smaller private stuff as well. And you see lots of people going to and from, doing construction work and stuff like that. And you guys land the Liberator 2 in the hangar and make your way off. And as you walk through the hangar bay, you see a golden droid standing. He's not gold, is he? He's like a silver, like a dark silver. Don't get sad, Michelle. It's not C-3PO. It's okay. Waiting for you. So you see 9-0. And 9-0 goes, "I trust your travels were safe and healthy. Please follow me this way to the briefing chamber with the director." and he protocol waddles his way down the hall, and eventually you are shown into a debriefing chamber. It's got some benches around the side with a table in the middle. It's pretty standard stuff. Stop fuffing, Teddy. They're home. And the director walks in, and he sort of clasps his hands together, and he says, "Welcome back, team. How was your mission?"
Successful.
I assume then that the base has been disabled.
The base is a crater in the side of a mountain.
A crater in the side of the mountain. Did you learn what they were actually doing there?
They were doing some research on Ravaki crystals, right?
His eyes
You
like
got a character?
narrow as he
Okay,
listens. Yeah, Ravaki crystals.
They had torture chambers set up everywhere, and from what we saw, they were torturing force-sensitive people. I put force in air quotes. We saw it in the documents.
Special people.
Special people.
They seem to be harvesting energy. But by the time we got there, it was a bloodbath.
What do you mean?
There were no guards alive. The people that were alive were stammering on about the darkness and hearing voices. And by the time we made it deeper in the facility, we had found 3 young girls who didn't quite seem normal. It seemed all the dark energy was being poured into them. And yeah, I don't know what this is all about, but
Based off some personal experience and some medical examinations, I believe that this is there was some type of parasitic virus present.
Parasitic virus.
A parasitic virus. So I would deem the area a quarantine zone.
It was the strangest thing, Director. Whenever the facility, if you didn't know, the facility exploded when we stopped the girls.
Okay.
But
wait, you blew it up?
It kind of blew itself up.
It blew itself up. Okay. How did it blow itself up?
Well, the girls tried to kill Brand over here and Rex, so we did what we had to do, and it was like a bomb went off, like the human bombs we had seen. But on a massive scale. Massive scale.
Molecular carbon bomb.
Mountain scale.
But
you said they were triplets, the girls?
They appeared to be.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think they were triplets. I thought one of them was young.
They were just sisters?
Yeah.
They were triplets.
It's been a couple weeks.
They were triplets. I'm fairly sure they were triplets.
They were triplets.
They looked very similar.
They looked very much alike.
But the strangest thing, Director, when the facility exploded, all weather stopped. There were these massive storms that we could barely pilot our way through. If we would have had anyone else piloting our ship, we would not have made it.
Yep. Some type of weather.
Clear skies.
That is interesting.
Also, I would like to note that it did not explode, it imploded.
Joey is right. It did implode, but that's Joey's being a literalist, but he is technically correct. It did implode. The director sort of like strokes his chin, and you can see he's like processing all the information that you're giving him. And he looks at Arthur and goes, "Arthur, you used the word force in air quotes. Why did you do that?"
I mean, this is the only time I've ever seen this type of language used.
Yes.
Where I'm from, in my background, I've never heard of anyone using the word force for anything other than how hard I hit them in the face in the bars.
You can see like his like the cybernetics in the back of his head, they're like lighting up and sparking. It's clear he's like searching through databanks and reading information through his cybernetics, and he's like, "I've heard stories from back before the Empire existed, before during the days of the Old Republic. Are any of you familiar with the Sith?" Brand raises his hand, and everyone else looks baffled. He goes, "Well, there was a group of people who believed that they had special powers and they harness these powers from inflicting pain and torment on those around them. A Ravaki crystal, the one you mentioned, is not unlike a Kyber crystal, which is rumored to be what was put inside of a Jedi's lightsaber. And he looks down to Bran's waist.
It's hidden. I have
It's
it under my
hidden.
cloak. I don't keep it out in the open. You told me not
Okay,
to.
okay, cool. I didn't know it was a hidden. He goes, it's not unlike the Kyber crystals that Jedi use in their lightsabers. Ravaki crystals, though, are more common and less stable than their counterparts. And I've heard stories of ancient Sith lords performing twisted experiments on people in the far past, but I assumed that it was mostly nonsense. And well, to be fair, that's not true. And he kind of looks down and he goes, I believe that there is some sort of energy that exists that interacts with all of us. Part of the reason why I contacted your group in the first place is you may not know it, but a few of you are connected to what I believe is this.
Is there anything on the table?
No, it's just like a holographic table, like a briefing table.
Oh, okay.
Are you
Why?
going to use the Force to move something?
I was gonna pull like a pin to my hand or a cup to my hand.
Okay, yeah, for sure. There's a pin on the table, and you can pull that to your hand. Absolutely.
Is this what you're talking about, Director? And I reach out for the pin.
He goes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's why I was confused that you used air quotes with the Force. These three sisters you speak of, their name is they're the Nefertiti sisters. We've been keeping tabs on them for quite some time. They disappeared about 2 years ago. We didn't know where they'd gone, and it's a shame to hear what happened to them. I worry that something had gone wrong in the experimentation there, I guess. What did you say they were? What were they trying to do? Because he seems like legitimately upset by what you've told him. He's upset that the sisters are dead. He's upset that they were torturing and killing people. He doesn't seem, he's not like prying because he wants to learn how to do it himself. He's like just trying to figure out what happened.
It seemed like these girls were infused with this dark energy from those crystals. One of them literally had one in her chest with a circle of crystals around her, and the other two sisters were protecting that circle. It was the strangest thing. So we had an incident where one of our team members tried to injure another one, and they have no recollection of it. And I look around the room at Brandon, Rex. It's almost like there was a dark energy exuding from them, attempting to take control.
Feeling parasitic in nature.
So the briefing table sort of lights up, and the director's pulled up some information, and he basically briefly explains to you the idea of this thing called Sith alchemy, which is where they try to channel the Force into living beings and change their appearance and affect them in some way. He's like, I every case I've ever heard of this being done has ended disastrously, and I'm glad to hear that this horrible thing that they were doing to these people has been taken care of. I'm glad we were of service to Banshee Technology, but more importantly, I'm glad that we were able to stop this organization from continuing their work. We've been looking into the Red Echo some ever since you left, and I have serious concerns about how they are operating in this sector and their fascination with Force-sensitive individuals. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm quite keen on invested in them as well. That's part of why you've come to be part of Blue Ways, because I hoped that perhaps by working with you, I could learn a little bit more about your abilities and perhaps do some good here on the Outer Rim.
Director, we might have something you're interested in.
What is that?
Call it a little bonus. We might have gotten all of the video from one of the torture rooms from the facility before it imploded.
I think Nick left the video, right?
I thought we just
it
got
was
the
on
data. I didn't think we took the videos.
We didn't get the... No, we have the videos
We have 'em
because
both, we
Nick
just
was
want to
watching
look
them
at 'em.
and you tortured him with it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We have
Okay.
Evil Plan TXT.
Okay.
If you want,
The director is like,
It's an HTML
absolutely,
file.
I would very much like to see this information.
I raise an eyebrow. A bonus for a bonus?
He goes,
Side note,
absolutely.
We need to roll destiny points.
We do need to roll destiny points. The director sort of waves his hand and says, "Absolutely. Transfer 5,000 additional credits to your inventory."
Each.
No.
Each.
Dang it.
He meant, are you going to negotiate with him if you want?
But not by myself.
I say each. I repeat
Each.
what Ty says.
Out 8,000 for the lot.
Peace.
Not a piece, Arthur. You've already been paid. He goes,
You just got
Arthur.
paid 40,000 credits,
Yeah.
Cameron.
Okay,
he
well,
sort of raises an
I don't
eyebrow
know
and he
that
goes,
yet.
"I did
I
pay
don't
you
know that yet."
$40,000 to complete this job, and one could imagine that this information was part of the job." And
I look around the room. I'm like, 40,000 credits since when?
I say, what's $1?
You haven't paid 40,000 credits this whole time, Cameron.
My name? Who's Cameron?
Arthur, sorry. All right, guys. Yeah, so he'll give you a 5,000 credit bonus for the information.
So what is that? 5,000 divided by 4.
I mean, if you want to divide it, you're the one that's offering up the information, Arthur. As the leader of the party, he just assumed it was going to go to you.
125 apiece, fellas.
1250.
There you go.
So Arthur says, absolutely, I'd love to look in this information and see if we can't decrypt some of these leads and figure out what exactly the Red Echo has been up to in this sector. We have continued communication with Banshee, and we're looking to perform our next job for them shortly, hopefully. They will contact us within the next week or so. So until then, I'll have my agents pour through this data and see if we can't figure out what the Red Echo is up to, because I have a bad feeling that they're going to be very bad for business. But we'll see.
I'd also like to clarify with the director. We, unfortunately, in the implosion of the facility, we're not able to save the captives or the captors, but we did bring one female survivor from the facility with us.
Okay, well, he was under the impression that everyone was dead from the story that Cameron gave him. So the fact that you saved anyone at all is cool. And he's like, absolutely. If you would like, we have a few agents who are skilled at communicating with people. Peacefully, of course. We won't be torturing your friend, I promise. Just so this knows. He wanted to clarify. Yeah.
Clarify. We're not planning on torturing her. Would that be normal?
Well, he figured that he used the word agents.
Yeah.
So, your quarters have been prepared for you. We will see to the repairs of your ship, and we will contact you shortly when we have more information about your next assignment. You're welcome to stay here. If you need to leave for any reason, please let us know where you're going so that we know how to contact you. And don't get too involved in something before we reach you again, because I would hate for you to be indisposed when I needed your assistance.
Sounds good.
All right, so you guys have about a week or so
My
of free time.
money's coming in.
Yeah, you get what, 2,000 credits or something like that? 3,000 credits?
That's more than that.
Oh, yeah, because you invested in a bunch of things.
He did invest a lot of it. So now's the time for you guys to share what you do with your time. Joey and Rex, share with us the what you do and who you talk to and what you get. Nick, now's the time for you to get a gun.
Yep.
Rex and I spent some time together hunting down some
Useful things.
useful things. First, we established a contact with a Mandalorian, and so we have a Mandalorian contact who sells and wheels and deals in Mandalorian artifacts. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Then we also have another contact.
We have another contact that wheels and deals in ancient artifacts that are Jedi related. So,
Oh, yeah?
and so I was able to crit success and purchase a lightsaber for Arthur.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so you didn't get one for your brother? I see.
Well, my brother's a little bit more tech savvy. I'm not giving you
Plus, it
something
gives
that
you a
you can cut your
lightsaber that
arm
puts
off
you in
with.
danger. Yeah, you're too dangerous.
Also, that means you have to be in combat face to face with someone.
Yep.
You gotta try someone's
That's why I
number.
suggested sniper rifle.
Text them.
So,
That's super
Put you
fair.
back on top of a building that's 2 miles away.
You
I,
just open up the back of the
cost
ship and
10,000
fly it above the enemy.
This artifacts contact also has another artifact that I'd like to purchase from her, but it costs 100,000 credits, so I cannot yet afford it.
what is it?
It's a holocron.
Cool.
A Jedi holocron, correct?
I believe so.
Is that the little communicator thing they used?
No, it's an.
It's like a
ancient-
book. It's like
it's
the
like
equivalent of a
Alien
spell
Okay.
book.
Gotcha.
Contains hidden information about light side or dark side powers, how to channel the force, use the force, get
Now,
better at the force.
correct me if I'm wrong, Cody, but because it is a holocron, wouldn't it be usable by me and any other force sensitives?
The holocrons, the way they kind of work, is that once you read it and sort of gain that information, you can't really share it, unfortunately, because you have to have the holocron with you. It has to be studied on a regular basis, and the power can be channeled through it.
Okay.
So no, you can't share. You can't. It's not like a spell book. It's like a spell. Once you read it once, it's used up.
Okay. So
All right.
I'll be saving
So
my money.
what's the stats on that?
I
lightsaber?
can read them to you. A lightsaber. It has a basic lightsaber with a damage of 10, a crit of 2, encumbrance of 1, and it has breach 1, sunder, and vicious 2.
Gosh, the
It
fact
has
that it
no
has
hard
a
points.
rating of 2 is insane.
Sunder of what?
Sunder, just sunder.
And you
Vicious
said
2.
crit 2, damage 10.
1 encumbrance. No hard points. And it's used. So it'd be a minor condition.
Does it go under features or modifiers?
Condition?
No.
Qualities.
Okay. And you got it for what, 5,000? 10,000?
10. I gave you the flat rate. I didn't ask for any more money from you than it cost.
Is there a place on the ship for us to put equipment that we don't want to use?
Yeah, we have like bins and stuff, like you
Cool.
maybe
Yeah.
lockers or something.
Cool, because
I
whenever
keep
I,
my vibro greatsword in
Just
there.
leave it laying in the floor.
Like I have a riot blaster hanging in mine.
I mean, I'm probably gonna put some stuff up after I buy
Yeah.
a couple weapons.
You should definitely get the sniper rifle.
You want a sniper rifle, Nick?
Joey wants me to have a sniper rifle.
Are you gonna be independent, Nick, or are you gonna be cold?
Oh, I'm going to do what I want.
Cold. No one rolled their destiny points yet.
Oh, I didn't know if it was
Sorry.
cleared yet.
Oh, hold on.
It still shows a 6 for me, so I hadn't rolled them yet. There you go, now it's clear. Rolling dark side, like always.
Give me that stuff. Oh yeah.
You're welcome.
Eh.
Put it in the pool.
We have a singular light side point.
They didn't show up in the pool.
Cody,
Yeah.
I would like to get some cybernetics.
All right. What cybernetics do you want?
I think I'm gonna do a cybernetic arm.
You're just gonna whack your arm off.
Probably. I'm thinking about it.
Ouch.
All right. We'll decide what you want.
Get in the prison pocket.
I mean, I assume I'll just get them all done at once. I didn't know if I had to like find the facility or anything like that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's
I
why I was-
forgot.
Oh no. Oh, oops.
Yeah, you can't get a cybernetic right now. Forgot
Joey
about
tried to
that.
get
Awkward.
3 cybernetics and failed to find all 3 of them. So the cybernetics installation facility on Homestar Base has not yet been installed and updated. So as of right now, this moment, you cannot get cybernetics.
My bad.
Can I
That,
make a
that
street
did
light
happen
check?
in our last session.
Can I find an underground facility? Is there
A
underground? on the
black
Starbase?
market inside the Homestar
You're
base.
gonna go to a black market to get a cybernetic? Absolutely, I will allow that. It'll be a bit harder to find it, but I am on board. All right.
All right.
So give me a
This man has 3 dark side points, by the way.
Yeah.
Let's go.
streetwise. Actually, I'll tell you what. I'll do you one better. I'm gonna use a dark side point, and I'm gonna say that you definitely found one.
Oh.
What
right.
cybernetics are you getting?
I
You
wanna-
can't not get them now.
I
It's too
can't.
late.
I want to make a perception check. Is this place fishy?
You don't need to make a perception check. The answer is yes.
Oh dang!
Of
an
course it is. It's a
underground
black
cybernetic
market.
facility.
You asked for this.
I was just asking. I mean, you can find nice underground places.
This
What?
ain't it.
Do it.
This is where you take your drunk friend Steve, get a tattoo of a bird, and he gets a dick on his forehead.
What cybernetic do I want? I assume I don't have a choice, right? Is that how this is going to go down?
What?
I assume I'm not going to have a choice.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'm going to turn and walk out. At least try to.
You're So the large man is standing in between you and the door, and he goes, "You're gonna come in here without buying anything, sir?"
I'm going to tell him to move.
He says, "You came an awful long way. Ask a lot of really suspicious questions. I don't trust people that come and don't do business with us."
I'm going to make him make a fear check.
Okay.
By the way, you're alone in this.
Yeah, I know.
You're
What's
not
the
even on the
difficulty?
same planet. Are you?
one. No, I'm on the base with you guys.
The base has its own dark place. All right.
Did he pass?
Nah, he is not scared of you.
All right, now I'm going to coerce him. Move out my way, son.
He called him son. Aw. What a heartwarming moment.
All right. Give me a acrobatics or brawl check, your choice.
Acrobatics?
Yes.
Is that athletics in this game?
No, acrobatics is its own check.
Mhm.
What is
Oh wait, no, it's not. That's D
it?
and D.
Not. That's D&D.
Athletics.
So athletics or brawl?
Yes.
Oh, I thought there was an
Get off
acrobatic.
me.
Okay. All right. So he tries to stab you with a needle, and you jump out of the way, and you kick the back of his knee, and he falls, and you run out the door.
I wanted to decapitate him.
You're about to lose a kidney.
I know.
Cameron, do me a favor and raise your criminal obligation by 2.
My criminal obligation?
Yeah.
From that?
Yes. They don't like you. You're creating a really bad reputation for yourself.
I don't care.
A criminal amongst criminals, the worst kind of criminal.
I tried to coerce him, man. You didn't give me the option.
No, he wasn't afraid of you. He just was he didn't care what you said next. He was gonna knock your ass out, cut off one of your arms, install a cybernetic, and take your money and throw you on the street.
Sounds nice.
All right. So Cameron didn't find any cybernetics. While he was doing that, Tyrus, what gun do you want?
I'm looking at different ones right now.
Tyrus doesn't want a
Question.
gun.
If I did do a sniper rifle,
Robot boys.
Robot man.
Nick,
Huh?
come back to us.
He's more machine now than man.
Cameron was no much more machine than man.
I was gonna give you an extra cybernetic randomly, Cameron.
Your body. That's why I was saying the
Okay.
prison pocket.
Can you hear me
That's
now?
awesome. Yes.
Okay. Question. If I did
Yes.
have a sniper rifle,
Mhm.
with the encounters that we've have
Mhm.
had,
Mhm.
is a sniper rifle okay in those ranges? Because I know we
Yeah.
were okay.
So, the only thing is like you'll have certain perks that only activate at like long or extremely long range. Those won't activate. But the only gun that takes a negative in close combat is gunnery. Gunnery weapons cannot be fired while engaged.
Mhm.
Every other gun
I'm
can
pretty
be.
sure they can be fired when you're engaged, but they take a setback. If you
No,
either
heavy
setback or
weapons,
two. I'm pretty sure
gunnery
it's all of them.
weapons. A heavy blaster rifle, for example, sorry, not a heavy repeating blaster is gunnery, not heavy. So there's light and heavy weapons.
Mhm.
Heavy weapons take a setback. Light weapons do not take a setback. Gunnery weapons cannot be fired while engaged. You have to disengage to fire them. But when I
Yeah,
say
that's
gunnery,
what I
I
said.
mean like a Gatling gun.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I said. They take a
Yes.
setback.
Yes. So like a heavy blaster rifle, you're right. I'm sorry, Cameron. He would take a setback. That was a long way around to get to a yes. Hey, Snooky Bookie.
So yeah, it'd be fine.
There's
Plus your brother.
yeah. Is there a CM Reaper sniper rifle?
What's the difficulty? What's the rarity?
Oh, this thing doesn't tell me the rarity. It just tells me all other stuff.
Good.
Are you
What
looking in
list are you on
the
there?
index I sent?
I'm looking at a web browser.
CM Blaster,
CM Reaper sniper rifle.
a CM Reaper sniper rifle.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna send anybody to find it, I'd send Joey. He can find lightsabers, just not common cybernetics.
It's true. It's awfully true. It's not in this index, but
I don't see it either. I see a CDF blaster pistol, a Precision X marksman rifle.
Here, I'll send what
The password is
what I found.
Hayes619 or lowercase Hayes.
Oh, it's a homebrew. That's why.
Here's a
Yeah.
Blast Tech E11
Holy shit!
sniper
15 damage.
rifle. Okay, yeah, that's not a real sniper rifle, Nick.
What's that limited
It's a
ammo?
homebrew page.
It's the freaking ballista.
Yeah, that's.
Why don't you look at perhaps this Blast Tech heavy carbine, or maybe this Blast Tech sniper rifle?
There is a Blast sniper rifle, yeah.
Is
And it's a
that
rarity of
in the normal
7.
range?
Extreme. It'll shoot extreme range.
Yeah, it's
It
got
is
accurate
cumbersome.
1, cumbersome 3, pierce 2, slow firing 1.
Where's that at?
It's on the index I posted in resources.
And what you can do is you can get a bipod, and as long as you're using it with the bipod, you don't take the cumbersome. Like, you get rid of all the cumbersome ratings.
The biggest disadvantage of that one is slow firing, basically meaning you can only fire it every other round.
Mhm.
It's not meant to like be an active combat weapon, I don't think. Not that one. That's like a kaboof! I blew off his head. Alright, now we
Yeah.
enter into combat.
Yeah, like that gun is you fire it once, but when you're in deep combat, you wouldn't want to fire it all the time. You could get a light, like a hunting blaster.
Well, then let's just
Yeah.
look at a blaster rifle thing.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
where it's
that-
at is the heavy blaster rifle, man. You cannot go wrong with a heavy blaster rifle.
Mhm. Like, mine is only slightly better than a heavy blaster. The only thing that makes it better is it's got pierce 1 and 1 more
Yeah.
damage.
You should get
Like,
the
I mean-
Precision X marksman rifle. 9 damage, 3 crit, 1 pierce, stun setter.
That's what I said.
15k range long.
Mhm.
1500, excuse me.
Get
And, like,
both.
I like
we haven't
the
fired past long yet. Like,
the
we haven't even
A-
fired long.
the A280 heavy blaster rifle. That's what I would take. I'd get a sling, like a what you would call it, like a sling that carries it. It's got accurate 1 on it. It doesn't have the pierce, but it does have
The stun setting.
yeah, the stun setting.
Can I, after he's done, I have something else.
What was that?
All right, what do you have?
called?
We'll move to. Are you on the list, Nick?
Yes, I am.
All right, cool. You can
Cool.
also sort them by the skill that they use if you really want to.
Mhm.
So if you click the skill button, it'll sort them all by ranged light, ranged heavy, and gunnery, which I would highly recommend doing. So just browse through that list and then pick what you want, Nick. All right, and then we'll try and find it.
No, I'm clicking list. It's not sorting it for me.
Yeah, it wasn't changed. It's pretty slow. The website's pretty slow.
Okay.
Mhm.
The
Alright, what's
lightsaber
up,
I
Tim?
give you is yellow, by the
I
way,
want to
Cameron.
do. I want to know, or I want to go to the artifact person Joey was talking about.
Okay, you have gone to meet her, Joey. You have
I
taken.
obviously
Wait.
have gone with him.
I would say, Brand, do you want to take Arthur to your lightsaber contact?
Depends on his reasoning. Arthur, why do you need to see my contact?
I have something she might be interested in.
Sure, yeah. I will take you to meet her as long as you promise not to intimidate, threaten her, or try to kill her. She's been
But-
nothing but kind to me, and the lightsaber you hold in your hand is from her.
Okay. Isn't that something you're good at? Making people think you're going to cut their knees off?
Yeah, only if they're
I'll leave it to you then.
bad people.
All right, so you make your way to Joey's Jedi contact, and she comes out, and she's an elderly lady. Hello, what can I do for you?
Hey, I have something you might be interested in. Do you buy things?
It depends on what they are. I do not usually deal with things often. I prefer to collect rarities, and then I find those who I think are worthy of them, and I share them. And she sort of like gently places her hand on your forehead, and she like closes her eyes and just like starts meditating. It's really uncomfortable. But you can feel that she's just communing with the force inside of you, trying to learn a bit about you. And she's just like politely asking you questions, sort of like about what you care about and what's important to you and who do you love and like how do you feel about the like really like touchy feely kind of questions. Are you like cooperating with her, or are you like fighting her off because she's not trying to force her way in?
You see a single tear roll down my face.
Okay, so you guys have like a moment and you connect, and she takes her hand back and she goes, what do you have to show me, sir?
I pull off my backpack and I pull out the charged Ravaki crystal that I had in there. I grabbed one on the way out of our last session.
She like her eyes like widen and she looks at it and she goes, why have you brought this with you?
For the business. What do you think I should do with it?
That thing is evil, sir. I would not carry it with me.
I'm just standing there waiting on her to finish.
And she's just like thinking about it. She's like, perhaps I could find someone that might want to buy it from you, but I don't know that I would release such a thing into the galaxy. Is that something that you're comfortable with?
I'm gonna make a perception.
Yeah, she's asking. She's asking.
Can I
you.
tell if she's telling the truth?
Yeah, she is. It's full of dark side energy.
I look over to Brand. What do you think? This thing
I
could be worth a lot of credits.
destroy it.
Oh, you saw what happened with the last one we destroyed.
Yep, I would destroy it. Not here, obviously. Ask the lady. Do you know the best way to dispose of this type of evil?
She points to the lightsaber.
Well,
Sweet.
I
All
pull
right.
mine out and just kind of split it.
All right,
Oh.
sweet. So she puts her hands up.
Not here.
And you think it's just to do that, but she doesn't stop you. She actually when you smash the crystal, it and she like holds her hands up and you can see her like contain it, and then she like sort of she dispels the energy away from you. You get the feeling that she was never going to sell it from you, that she was going to buy it from you and destroy it herself. And so she
We have a bonding moment.
turns
I wish I
around.
had
Evil
mine
together.
She goes, no, I'm not what you think I am. I just understand the universe around me. I'm nothing special, please. And she, good.
No, go ahead. And she what?
And she turns around and she reaches into this little thing and she pulls out this little tiny crystal and she hands it to you, Arthur. And she says, it takes a noble sort to see power easily obtained and turn away from it. I believe that there is much good in you and you'll bring much good to those around you. Please take this as a token of my appreciation. You realize it's a tiny little kyber crystal on a necklace, and what this little necklace will do is during a session, if you ever gain a point of conflict, you can reduce the total number of points of conflict gained by 1. So it sort of helps you commune a little bit with the light side of the force, and you go ahead and gain 2 morality just straight up. Brand, you can gain 1 because you were there and you encouraged him to do the right thing. Actually, go ahead and take 2. You did the same thing basically because you would have done it if he didn't. So you guys just straight up gain 2 morality. And she sort of says, "I must rest now. That was much excitement for one day."
Before she goes, I say wait, and I tug at her shirt with my force, like on the tail, to like turn her back around.
And she turns and looks at you. Do what?
I ask her if she can teach me anything.
She goes, "No, I am no teacher. I am no teacher. I'm just some old lady."
Do I believe her?
Not really, but you get the feeling that she's not really gonna budge on that either. Like she just doesn't know you that well yet. But perhaps in the future, if you continue your relationship with her, she might be able to teach you something.
Before she goes, last thing, is there any wares I would be interested in, like looking around the store?
She goes, you realize she doesn't live in a store. She's just a lady who sort of is fascinated with Jedi and Jedi artifacts. And so sometimes you'll come see her and she just doesn't have anything. So she's one of those like randomly generated kind of things. Like right now she's got this holocron. And she like she's not like Joey tried to talk her down, but she's really not in a hurry to sell any of it. She likes having it. She thinks it's interesting. And she just kind of keeps it around. So she's someone you just check in with occasionally, and she may or may not have something. So that's how, unless you're looking for something specific, you try and generate it. Otherwise, at like every session or so, I'll just generate a random object that she'll have that you guys could investigate.
Sweet.
Okay.
So yeah, she definitely knows how to use the Force a little bit.
I'm trying to think. Like I don't know the items. If you want to hop over to Nick or something while I look.
Sweet. Nick, you decide on a gun?
Yeah, let me go back up to I was looking at melee weapons.
Did you see the one I PM'd you, Nick?
No, I didn't realize you PM'd me. Oh goodness,
Oh,
you PM'd me like
Blast Tech.
5 things. Holy crap. Okay.
Oh, it's just a lot of little text. Blast Tech M300 blaster rifle. It has extreme range. It's only 8 damage with a crit of 3, but it has accurate 1, pierce 2, cumbersome 2, which isn't bad, and stun setting. And you reduce the difficulty of combat checks made with this weapon by 1 against targets at long or extreme range. So you fire at targets at long like they're at medium range, and extreme like they're at long.
A weak way blaster lance.
Like, that's a really solid rifle.
The hunting blaster?
The Blast Tech M300 hunting blaster.
Yeah, it's a really good blaster. It's not that rare either.
Yeah, it's a rarity 6, which isn't horrible, but its damage is a little lower, but you get a boost die with it every time you attack, and it's got pierce 2. So, like, it kind of balances out having 8 attack with those.
Just get that DHX heavy blaster rifle, dude. Alright. Once you make your decision, Nick and Cameron, you done, we'll Alex and Joey will share what they've got, and then we'll move forward.
I want to see if she has any journals of Jedis or manuals.
There are no written documents of Jedi.
There are no written documents of Jedi. They were all stored in holocrons, and she does have a holocron with her right now that Joey is trying to.
The website I was reading says like journals and manuals, like outside of holocrons.
Are you on the?
I'm just on Reddit.
Okay.
Just on Reddit.
There's an artifact list on the on the
go to gear.
index that I sent you.
I think it's gear. Let me see. It'll load it. The website is never in a hurry for me, is it? Like that? What do you call it?
Yeah.
Here too.
To be fair, I think it's not made for multiple people to be using it at once. It's just a shitty site, and when we all four start getting on it, we overload the server. Because it's always fine when I just use it randomly, but it really chugs, I've noticed, during these sessions when we're all using it, it feels like.
You think it's because we're all on it at the same time?
Yeah.
The website just can't handle 4 people on it at once.
I mean, if you notice, it's swrpg.vipolo.net. Like it's like some shitty free hosting, I think. But someone's doing the Lord's work on it.
Yes, they are. Also, droids. Did anyone want to buy a droid, or is that not a thing you're interested in?
I did buy a droid.
Oh, that's right. You bought a medical droid.
I did buy a medical droid.
All right, I can't find the list of Jedi artifacts on here,
Is it
Joey.
ancient?
It is on here. I promise. I've seen it.
I believe you.
I'm trying to find it too.
I'm clicking on equipment. Ancient talismans. That's what it is.
Oh Lord, I don't know these items.
I don't know what half of them do.
Yeah, I didn't know what
Bloodshot
any of them do
Spear,
either.
Crown of Verity.
I think from my understanding, I'd imagine they're all MacGuffins for you to put in the story that you're trying to go
But
get.
right now, all she's got is that holocron cam. So unless you want the holocron, there's not really anything else that she's got.
Okay, that's cool.
Are you wanting like just a story of a Jedi, like just a story about them?
I was wanting ones like personal journal.
Okay, yeah, she doesn't have anything like that. She does have a few illicit texts that would be illegal in the Empire that are stories about Jedi.
That'd be perfect.
She'll just give you one because she likes you.
Oh.
Hmm.
And
The
I look
Grimoire
over-
of Cyclist the Lame.
Yeah. I look over at the obvious holocron. I'm assuming like sitting in a room or something, and ask her about it. So what is
Okay.
that, and how much is it?
This is a holocron. Unfortunately, they're quite rare. I'm not in a hurry to part with it, but I would be more than willing to sell it to you for its value of 100,000 credits.
100,000 credits.
It was quite difficult for me to acquire, Mr. Arthur. I'm sure you understand.
Where did you acquire this?
It's not important. A good seller never tells his.
So she's now all of a sudden like
Contacts.
the ultimate hustler.
Well, she's just not going to tell you like where she found it or how she got it. You don't know if she went and got it herself, if she got it from someone, if she bought it. Like you don't know, but she does know what it's worth.
Okay, I see. Thank you for your time and this. And I point down to the necklace.
You're very welcome, Arthur. Brand, have a safe journey. I hope to see you all soon.
Mm-hmm. Goodbye, my friend. I don't know her name.
Her name is doesn't have one. Nameless. Miss Nameless.
Nameless one. Goodbye, nameless one.
She bows her head. Captain Rex, you want to tell us what you bought on your journey?
Yes. So I bought us a medical droid
Ah,
for the ship, which I'm trying to find the companion sheet. There it is. So it can. Where's all this? So it counts as a med pack as well as a stim pack that we can use once per session, and it can do medical checks really well. I bought a speeder bike that has been modified to have 2 sidecars, so we can all 4 ride around in it when we get to planets. And I bought some very nice armor, some Mandalorian armor with a kurtosis weave in it.
you're welcome.
Joey found a lightsaber and Mandalorian battle armor with Cortosis weave plates.
It was only 20,000 credits all said and done for the armor.
Paltry.
Paltry. And it's
I
still.
work for my team. Mm.
The stupid thing is, it still has 3 more hard points on it.
Nuts. Nick, did you select your
Yeah.
blaster? This is your last chance.
Yeah. Well, y'all were
Be
talking.
profit by it or be destroyed.
Okay. The one that Alex talked about, that Blastech M300 hunting blaster.
All right, what's the rarity on it?
6.
6.
All right. Give me a negotiation roll, Nick. What color's your armor, Alex?
It's like
Isn't it red?
No, the red was just the picture. It's
Oof.
like a dark green. Like it's like a metallic gray with some green accents.
Ah,
I want you guys to look at Nick.
he
roll.
failed. Yeah, I saw it.
Is there a
He-
different blaster
He
you'd
didn't
like to
ask
find?
me to help him.
Why did he make a negotiation check?
Because he had to find the blaster.
It's
On
over
negotiation.
86.
Well, yeah, you use negotiation, but negotiation is a little different than it sounds. Like it's
Oh,
used
okay.
for finding items and all kinds of stuff.
Any sort of monetary wheeling or dealing. Nick's like, fuck, that's the blaster I wanted.
Since I had
So-
trouble, can I ask my brother if he knows anything? Since
I found
he's
everyone
been
else some
around.
items. Let me.
Yeah.
Since he's
You
been
can use your
around.
light side point to just find one, Nick. I'd
Hold
let
up,
that.
hold
You
up.
can
I'm
just use
gonna
your light
call-
side
I'd be
point.
down
I'm
for
gonna
using the light
call-
side.
Homie, the droid. Gotta find his name.
9-0.
Oh,
9-0.
9-0.
I'm calling 9-0.
Beep, boop, boop. Hello, Master Arthur. What can I help you with today?
9-0, I need your help.
What do you need, sir?
My friend here, I show Tyrus to the screen, is looking for a specific sniper rifle. Can you help me find one?
I would love to. Unfortunately, I am programmed for etiquette and not destruction. You would need to speak with one of our perhaps weapon or quartermasters.
I got him.
9-0. I look at him and I look over. I don't turn the screen to Brand. Brand, what are you doing?
Yeah, I found one on Space Amazon.
Oh, okay. Never mind, 9-0. Space Amazon came through and you couldn't.
I'm pleased to hear that, sir. I'm glad you got what you needed, even if I was not able to do it for you.
Thank you. Remember, 9-0, you're bad at negotiations. And I turn to the communicator.
Nick, Brand found your blaster.
Be here in 2 days or less.
Yeah, it'll be here in 2 days.
Okay.
I have ordered it.
Real quick. What's the on melee weapons? Most of them have like plus something. What do I?
Yeah, it's your brawn plus
my
that
brawn.
number.
Okay.
Brawn, like from a Game of Thrones. Get up there, Teddy. Get your booty on that bed. Get your
I have
booty
now
on.
succeeded in getting
You
everyone
quit
an
3
item.
times.
Um,
Joey, you also made a rifle contact. Someone who deals in rifles.
I can now get weapons.
I would do. Up. Well, Alex left at the best time. I was about to start the
Oh, yeah.
story.
Well, I'll also buy a melee weapon in case I get into melee combat.
A truncheon.
No, I already had one of those.
That's all you need. Take it from the guy who
A
knows.
force pike. Get a force pike. That makes sense.
Do you want my sword, actually?
Oh,
I
sure.
also have a
vibro sword that you
two-handed
are
vibro
welcome
sword.
to.
Great sword.
Sure.
Joey, are you okay with your brother having a sword?
I can't control him. I mean, I'd rather him have something rather than nothing.
Yeah, you would rather me have something.
I
that,
bought him a gun.
It's the standard vibro sword, so I can either.
I have
read
the
it to
great
you.
sword. If you'd rather have that, it's a lot bigger.
Is there? What's the difference in damage and stuff?
The Zerka great sword does more damage, but it's also bigger. I'll send you the stats here when I get back to my computer.
You could get a Morgukai Cortosis staff. It's basically a lightsaber. It's just as hard to find as a lightsaber.
I could look for it for you.
Hey, hey Joey. Hey Brand, can you look for this awesome staff thing that I heard about?
I guess
Don't
I'll
do it.
check on Space Amazon.
I swear to God, if you find this thing, it's crazy.
Should I light side point this? All right, you ready?
Yep. Just so you know, this item is 9,000 credits, Nick. Even if you find it.
I have over 50.
All right, yeah. At this point, you just get a lightsaber, but oh my God. All right, it's gonna be 11,000 credits for this item.
Okay.
I'll take that strain.
Nope, it's going into the price of the weapon.
Oh, okay. Even better.
Oh my god, Joey is.
I have 2 dice, Cody. I have 2.
It doesn't make any sense.
And then was it just the normal price for the hunting blaster?
Yeah, normal price for the blaster.
Okay.
So this item, it's does 8 damage. It's a breach 1, cortosis, defensive 1.
Question: do I now have a? I don't even know what kind of contact that would be.
No, you only got the contacts because you crit.
Okay, I'm just really good at this.
Yeah, I don't know how. Cameron, I feel like you're boring into my soul because your picture is just unwaveringly staring at me.
He's not here.
I know, it looks like he is, though.
There he is.
Always here. I never leave.
He's just.
I hope you don't have any viewers, Nick, because this has so far been super boring.
I don't know. I've already rolled a crit. I found some things. Like.
I feel bad for Joey later.
Why is that?
What's gonna happen whenever he actually needs to succeed a roll?
Yes.
And I'm rolling 3 yellows and I fail. If you guys will help me save up 100,000 credit, that'd be most appreciative. I'm trying to buy a holocron.
Silence.
Thanks, guys.
I mean,
So-
I can't do anything for you.
Yeah, I know.
Cody, how would you feel if I walked around in Jedi Temple Guard armor?
If you walked around in Jedi Temple guard armor,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you'd have to find it, and then people would think you were a freak.
I mean, they already do, right? I'm my high skills coercion, man. Hmm. I would like to buy a droid though.
All right, what kind of droid do you want? Now's the time to buy it, because once Alex gets back, you're not buying any more stuff. So, let's go.
I want a research droid.
A research droid?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a thing?
RH series research droid.
Yeah. Is it? How rare is it?
A rarity of 8.
All right. It's ready for you.
What do I roll?
Negotiation.
For Streetwise?
I mean, is it like a criminal research droid?
That doesn't really say. It's just a research droid.
Just like a prestigious scholarly research
Like a
droid.
protocol droid with info banks.
So negotiation,
How much better is your streetwise than your negotiations?
1 skill higher.
Sure. You can use your streetwise.
That's
Well.
a fail.
So you found an underground droid dealer, but he doesn't have a research droid. He doesn't deal in research droids. He deals in other droids.
Can I
What
call him
other
an
droids?
exotic rifle contact?
An exotic rifle? Yeah, you can call him an exotic rifle contact. That's fine with me. He deals in like old battle droids and like astromech droids. A lot of astromech, like mechanical droids.
Or what do they do? Do they repair ships?
They can repair stuff. Yeah.
I'm trying to find them.
Astromech droid?
Yeah, I found it. It just
Get your
replaces
little
Joey.
R2D2. I'm
I
not
asked-
a mechanic, by the way. I have
Does my
no
Triumph
skill
let
in
me know
mechanic.
if he has a R2D2? Like,
He does have a astromech droid for sure.
well, I would like to buy one. I'm looking at the difference between the two. There's 2 of them on the site. I guess I would like to buy one.
Alex, you missed it.
What happened?
You
Okay.
bought a
Oh,
astromech droid.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, Cameron just bought one. He went out for a research droid and got talked into an astromech droid.
I'm getting the cheaper one, the Q7 droid. Do I need to make his companion sheet?
Yeah, you can.
Or are we just gonna like let him slide? Let him be what he is?
If you need him, we'll put a sheet together. How about that?
Cool.
All right, so you guys are doing your thing around the base, and at any point, are you guys on your ship?
Yes, because we had to go to the Jedi lady,
All right,
and
so
we had
as
to
you guys
go
are
to the other person.
Mhm.
making your way back from the Jedi Lady base, your holo communicator lights up, and it's Branmar's comm channel.
I answer it immediately.
All right, so you answer it, and you see Branmar, but his head is kind of hanging to the side a little bit. Something looks wrong. And then the head sort of bounces
Like
to the
dead.
left and bounces to the right and falls out, and you see this familiar face come into screen, and it is the face of a man. He's got a little bit of stubble on his face, and he looks kind of bored. And you recognize the voice immediately from the person that was communicating with the hornless Zabrak back on during your Banshee mission. And he goes, you guys have no idea how long it took for me to get somebody to tell me how to contact you guys. I've killed at least 30 people. Oh my gosh. And this guy's wife, Branmar, she screamed and she screamed and she screamed. I had to kill her just to get her to shut up. But finally, we can talk. How are you guys doing?
I have to hand the communicator away. My character is so angry.
Who is this? What do you want?
Rex is
We
just
know who it
screaming,
is.
"What have you done with Branmar? What have you done? I'm gonna
What
kill
have
you,
you
you dirty bastard!" Just swearing up and down. I can't yell right now, but he's just yelling up and down, swearing him out.
All right. So he's
I was thinking of a different character. All right, cool. Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, no, this is the
The guy we just met.
guy we literally just met who gave us our fancy cloaks.
Yeah. Branmar is the guy from the Before the Village guy, Nick's nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, how do you feel about all this?
I mean,
He just wanted to make Nick strong.
Yeah. Go ahead and take a point of conflict, Nick.
I mean, I'm upset that he's dead.
No, you're not.
You're not upset.
You're smiling.
I'm just over here. I'm thinking man, bitch had it coming.
Yeah. Go ahead and take 2 points of conflict, you monster. Oh, okay. No, that's appropriate, Nick. That's in character. I like it. He's like, my name is Brad Jock. I work for the Red Echo. We finally got to come check on our base, see how things were going. Obviously, we were a bit behind schedule. I know they were trying some new stuff. I get here. There's a giant crater where the base used to be. So I had to come all the way down the mountain. We'd left these people alone for probably 2 years. And I was like, hey, Mr. Branmar, where are your friends? And he's like, hey, I'll never tell you. And then I punched him some and he still wouldn't tell me. And then I cut off one of his arms and he still wouldn't tell me. Then I killed his wife in front of him and she still wouldn't tell me. And then I started killing the hunters in the village and they wouldn't tell me. I started killing some kids. He still wouldn't tell me. I stuck him out in the cold. We froze off one of his other arms. He still wouldn't tell me. This guy was so annoying. Huh. But anyway, I've got this other guy, and he pans the camera over, and it's, you guys remember the deformed, super frozen hunter with the scars all over him? He goes, this gentleman here, what'd you say your name was? Irvden. Irvden told me how to contact you guys, and I was just wondering why. Why'd you do it? Why'd you blow it all up? Because now I'm going to have to come find you, and I'm going to have to kill you. And honestly, it's not worth a whole lot of money to do that, and I'm pretty annoyed.
Blew up what?
What are you talking about?
You blew up my facility.
What?
I know
Are you
you
talking
did.
about that ugly-looking plant at the top of the mountain?
Yeah, that place.
The last time we were there, it was still up there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we didn't blow it up.
Yeah.
You guys, all your friends are already dead. There's no reason to lie to me. All right, you're just making it more complicated. I will go get another kid, and I will torture in front of you if you want to watch that. Like, it's fine. I've got like 6 left.
I'm laughing out of character because of the joke we made last time about selling it on the streets.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, I know
What do
you
want
blew it
from
up.
us?
Look,
I
don't
know
hurt
you
the
meddled.
children, but I don't know what you're talking about in this facility.
Why are
you
you
even
saying?
calling us?
Why are you saying that we blew it up?
He goes, I don't think you guys know who I work for and what we're capable of.
I don't think you have your facts
That's
straight.
true.
I don't think you know who you're talking to.
I think he's been honest with us.
He like his
I don't
eyes
like
sort
him.
of
I
narrow.
want to hang up on him.
He's like, and you can see he's like thinking.
Oh, I can't see your face. I'm sorry.
Sorry, no. He's thinking. He's like, well, I was hoping that I'd triangulate your signal off of this, to be honest, because you guys are pretty stupid. Unfortunately, whoever your guy who set your ship up is hampered with your system, so it couldn't be triangulated. Rex,
job,
you
Ty.
know that Rex or Ty, one of you guys, had made sure you couldn't. So this is a waste of time. So I'll tell you what. I'll see y'all real soon. You didn't really want anybody in this village to stay living, right? That's good. I didn't hope so. He turns around and he just starts shooting people, and the camera like falls to the ground, and you hear Irvin like, "Oh, what are you doing?" He's like, "Shut up, Irvin. You're coming with me." And like the feed cuts out.
Was Irvin one of the hunters that went with us in the party?
He was the hunter that betrayed you guys, that gave up your
Pepe
Yeah.
hands in the chat.
Yeah, but I meant like before. Like
he was
before.
one of the hunters that went with you to the wolf pen. Yeah,
That's what I meant. Yeah, he went with us in the wolf den. Okay.
he was. His name is Brad Jock.
Irvin. Yeah, I have that. I have Brad Jock killed Bradmar, certified bastard, gonna kill him. Those are my notes.
Yeah, so you guys make your way back from your contact, and your communicator lights up, and this the director. He wants to meet with you at once.
We go right
On
there.
our way.
So you make your way in, and the director motions for you to have a seat. He's like, "We've got a bit of a dilemma. I've been just pouring through the data that you guys provided me, and it seems this Braga the Hutt keeps coming up again and again. And it seems like he's a bit worried that people are going to come after him, and so he's been spreading a lot of misinformation about our company and how we operate, and it's unfortunately put us in a bit of a bind, in that Banshee cannot openly deal with us until these rumors are put to rest. So this is something I need taken care of, and more importantly, Tyrus and Brand and Arthur, I think this is something that you need to take care of.
Not Rex? Do we not need Rex?
Why
I
is
think he
that?
should come with us too.
Oh, you guys remember who Braga the Hutt is at all?
Was he the
He's
Hut?
He's our
All right,
father's
he goes, all right, very well, and he pulls up the briefing, and you see a floating picture of this hut with like a looks like a power scouter wrapped around his left eye. This is Braga the Hutt. Braga the Hutt deals in trade secrets. Long before he owned you, Rex, or you, Arthur, he made his living selling imperial secrets, corporate sector authority secrets. Pretty much any secrets he could get his hands on, he sold them. He knows a lot about a lot of people. He's the one who sold much of the information about Force Sensitives to the Red Echo, in which they rounded up and then took them to that place on that planet that you guys just came from. He then moved into buying and selling slaves and pod racing because he wanted to be a real Hutt, as it were. Unfortunately, he had a bit of a hiccup when someone, and he looks at Arthur, decided to destroy all his pods and free all his slaves. He's gone to ground since then, since no real Hutt doesn't have slaves and doesn't pod race. And so he's been hiding in exile ever since you guys left him where he was. Unfortunately, he's resurfaced. I think that he's running scared because I think that he knows, that the Red Echo knows, that you know about him. And I think that he is trying to discredit and destroy Blue Way to make the Red Echo happy. I think he's worried that he's been compromised on their radar. So what I am offering the four of you is the opportunity to kill Braga the Hutt.
Yes, please.
I accept. If
Sounds like a
Arthur
great
and
time.
Rex want to do that.
He's like,
Yeah.
You guys are the ones with the history.
unfortunately, we're not able to pay you for this because as of right now, our cash inflow has frozen until Braga has been dealt with.
Director,
So, yes.
as long as you can get us to where he is, you don't have to worry about payment right now.
Killing him is payment enough.
He gets a big smile on his face and he's like, I was hoping you would say that. Unfortunately, we don't have the exact location of Braga. What we do have is we have one of his outposts that he sources his secrets through in the central planets. If we can find this data center and break into it, we'll be able to locate where his hidden palace is, and then we can move from there.
Director, before we go, you should know that we received communications from a man named Brad Jock, who works with Red Echo.
Brad Jock. You see him mulling over, and you see his face grow dark. He says, yes, I've interacted with this Brad Jock before. He's a notorious bounty hunter. He'll work with anyone as long as they pay him enough. I know the Empire used to contract him until his methods became too extreme. They didn't want to be associated with him anymore, and he moved to the Outer Rim and began working with gangs out here. It seems like he's found a home with these Red Echo degenerates, and you can see that this guy, he's pretty well versed in this information, and as well as he doesn't like what's going on. And so he's like, yes, that's not good. He's a very, very dangerous man.
Well, we might run into him on the way there.
I hope for your sake that you don't.
Do you have any support you could provide in case that happens?
He sort of looks, he's like, much of our support is in the current construction of Homestar Base or functioning in Intel. Most of the people I have are intelligence analysts. Most of my functional agents I lost when we moved here to the Outer Rim. And there's a cat, so you know, Michelle. Are you bleeding from the nose? Or are you just oozing? You okay, bro?
Guys, I'm oozing!
And so, unfortunately, like I said before, you are my most qualified movement team that I have. We've invested quite a lot of capital and time into you, and so when I send out other teams, you would be the support. He sort of chuckles.
I understand. Can you get us all the intel you have on this guy?
Absolutely.
And Braga?
Absolutely. Yeah, he'll send it all to your data pads and get it to you. He goes, the data center we've located is in one of the underlevels of Coruscant. It's not close, and it's in a pretty dangerous part of town. That's as much as we've been able to narrow it down. Braga covers his tracks pretty well. He's been pretty hard to get any information on at all. All of his informants have killed themselves when contacted, and his data codes are just too hard to decrypt. We're going to have to get directly into the mainframe to recover that information, and most of his most valuable information is kept on hard drives with him. What we've discovered, what we were able to find out, at least.
How are his informants killing themselves?
Usually with all manner, it depends on the species and what they find, but usually with some manner of pill or hidden injector kept inside their clothes or something like that.
Duly noted.
So I would take caution when approaching any of these informants. So I will have the coordinates of the sector in which we think that his data center is located forwarded to you. The sooner this is taken care of, the better for all of us, because until we sort this out, we will not be able to work with any public faced well-to-do corporations as far as security and dealing in information and such. So we need this taken care of.
Aye, Captain.
On it.
Very good. Depart whenever you're ready. Rebel base.
Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Aren't we on our ship?
You were not. You landed back on Homestar Base. You were talked to Brad Jock all the way home, and then you went and talked to the director. So this was all face-to-face interactions. So whenever you guys are ready, you can plot a course to Coruscant.
Oh, we're going to Coruscant.
Yes, Coruscant.
All right. I'm ready if you guys are.
I am also ready.
Aye.
All right.
When we get to the ship, I'm going to head straight into my locker, just muttering that I'm going to kill Brad Jock with my bare hands, putting on the armor to fly in even just as soon as we get back. Just muttering, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to strangle him to death.
Cat litter boxes?
I'm going to go put my vibro
I've not
sword in
seen
the
them
locker.
Are they behind?
Yeah.
We weren't here Saturday, were we? Hey, cat. Look at her tail shaking. Why is it shaking?
I am good to go when you guys are.
Poo Club,
is that
is that
what
what
you
you said?
I'm good to go.
Yep.
All right, so Joey, go ahead and. Did you get it? What time do you guys want to do dinner? Okay, we're just doing our thing right now. I mean, I'll probably be free 7 or so.
What's up, Cody's dad?
That's
Travis.
That's
That's Travis. That is not
Sounds
Cody's
like your
dad at
dad.
all.
Cody's dad. Hi, Dad.
It
Hi,
sounds like
Dad.
Dad's voice.
Hi,
All right, sweet.
Travis. Bye, Travis.
I can't
All
see
right,
your
so
face.
Joey, I'm gonna need you to plot me an astrogation check.
It's at 4 difficulty?
What's it for? Oh no, it shouldn't be at 4 difficulty.
Try again.
Ooh, his luck's run out, boys. It's gonna be a difficulty 2 because Coruscant is pretty.
It's still 4.
Get my droid roll. He has astrogation 3.
Joey, unfortunately, what happened here, Cameron, is that he already put it in.
He just missed
It's
it.
been done. He just missed it. So
Alright.
Joey, you actually overshoot.
Wait, those were both difficulty
You
4.
still haven't given me 2.
I did. It is difficulty 2. I said it's ready.
4 there.
Well,
It is-
roll it now.
It's a failure.
Get worse.
It's
mega
just gotten
fail.
worse.
So my
Alright,
droid's
so-
gonna roll up and shock Joey.
I walk away.
R2D2 style.
In shame. So
This is like
yeah,
the one thing I was supposed to be good at.
Joey, you aren't able to get them there any faster. Fortunately, you are able to realize your mistake and save some fuel, so it doesn't cost you any extra fuel or resources. That's what your advantage is getting you. But the idea was to cut off time or save some resources on your trip there, and you did not do that. But you do make your way to Coruscant. You guys land your ship in the hangar. And when you land, your communicator lights up, and it's the director. He goes, I wanted to speak with you before you got started. I think it would behoove your group to locate a data spike as well as a computer spike as well as a data breaker. Also, if you could get your hands on the security protocols before you try and break in, it might prevent you from having to have the alarm go off, which would be quite beneficial. You're in a seedier area of town, and I recommended you to find this once you got here because this is the best place in the galaxy to find illegal things. So that is my recommendation. Report to me as soon as you have located Braga's palace. Yeah, good to know. I assume Joey's is as well. Hidden lightsaber.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
What?
Good. just know that while you're in you are in a seedier area of town, you are on the Imperial capital. So,
Oh,
what was your other question? Let me see. Yeah, that'd be fine, Cameron. That's fine.
So even
Right.
in the seedier part, is it not a good idea to just openly carry a weapon?
Yeah, it's not a great idea. It's not super. That's not. You don't see a lot of stormtroopers, but you get the feeling that if you have weapons out, you should avoid them.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are in a sector block. That doesn't seem to be patrolled very heavily by stormtroopers, but there are stormtrooper barracks and stuff around. So you guys land in the hangar, and you contacted the Coruscant docking security. Fortunately for you, your guys' ship is brand new and doesn't have much of a record, so there's not anyone looking for you that you know of. So everything seems to go smoothly when you land.
Perfect. Just not being sure with Coruscant Undercity, would it be somewhere we could would we need to walk around, or is it somewhere we could take out a speeder bike and actually use it?
You
Or
could
be a
probably
useful
use a
thing?
speeder. Like you could use a speeder to transition around. But basically, from what you guys understand, your goal is to locate where the building actually is in the
Okay.
quadrant of Coruscant. So I'm actually about to upload a little.
Ooh, neat.
we need a data spike and a data breaker, right?
Correct.
You need a computer spike and a data breaker. Yes.
I want to see if there's a black market around before we go anywhere close by.
All right. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Crop this. What are you playing again? What are you playing? Oh, okay. I'm uploading a picture now. Don't you worry, guys. I'm on top of it. I definitely haven't been doing other stuff all week and have been exclusively
I mean, it's
planning
not
for
like
this
you had
session.
anything you had to do for a week, you know?
Yeah, I know, right? I'm just such a lazy bum.
Now, is that your cat or Travis's cat? Or
Travis.
Michelle's cat? Okay.
Yeah, Michelle has fat, mean cats. And they live at her mom's house.
How
One
does
of them's named Monty, and she calls it Monty Labonte, like the race car driver.
how does Teddy feel about the cat? Or
Bobby Lamonte. Sorry. We don't need
I feel
Teddy.
like Teddy would eat that cat.
He likes the cats because he wants to play with them.
But I'm guessing the cats don't like him as much.
Floofer likes him, but Floofer is kind of a dick. So.
Oh.
All right, so you guys make your way into the quadrant. I don't need this. Why is this here? Delete. No, can I just delete this? Delete page. Yes. Don't need that. Sorry, I'm deleting. It's kind of built up over time.
So
good. All right, yeah. So right now I'm gonna move you guys off of this just to here because that's just nice looking. But yeah, so you guys are in Coruscant right now. So basically, you can either start trying to surveil the area and maybe get a feel for where you think that this base is located. Like either asking around on the streets or just trying to scope it out. Or you can maybe go try and track down some computer spikes or data breakers.
probably should
Hey,
get
Rex.
those first already. Yep.
Do we want to split up? Rex and I go find where this facility is, then you two go find us some data spikes and data breakers. Computer spikes and data breakers.
I think with Brad Juck looking for us, that might be a bad idea. Don't think they're gonna handle him too well.
I mean, we are on an imperially controlled planet, though. He's not going to be able to just walk around and, like...
We're also in the seediest part, looking for a hut. In.
We're not looking for a hut. We're looking for a data center. I'm posing the question. You guys can disagree. Out of character.
I will be with my brother.
What is Tyrus doing?
I'll do what's best.
What?
That doesn't make any
No.
sense.
No.
I think we should stay together. We can stay together. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
But
There's a
the-
bounty
the-
hunter hunting us.
The thing is,
Without
if
adding
he
character, thinks
he-
it's a bad idea.
if he's a good bounty
Cameron,
hunter,
bad idea.
us being here, or this area is not going to affect him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably best if we stay together.
Well, we might be able to find some information at a black market if we get our data spikes from there, anyways.
Agreed.
All right, Cody.
All right.
I
To
wanna
the
find a
black market.
To the black market. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. So yeah, you go ahead and give me a streetwise check, Cameron, to try and locate this. Which one are you trying to find? The data breaker? The nothing. He's trying to find nothing. So you found a
Dice
guy.
to the pool, please.
What?
Dice to the pool, please.
Dice to the pool. All right. Dice to pool.
All right.
What else would you like to spend your advantage on?
I took a dice myself.
All right. Dice to Cam. Sorry. Arthur. What about the last one?
It takes 2 to give one to yourself.
Okay, so you basically, Cameron has scoured the streets and he can't find anyone willing to deal with such illicit artifacts. Maybe he didn't ask the right people. Maybe he looked at them the wrong way, but they don't want to sell a computer spike. Was it a computer spike you were trying to find?
I was just trying to find somebody that deals with technology.
Okay, yeah, you weren't able to find a specific vendor that wanted to sell any of that, pardon me, stuff to you. You could perhaps use a light side point to find someone.
Do we have any light side points left?
You have one.
We have one.
Is there
Oh,
any
okay.
dice in the pool this session? Wow. It's up to you.
There's only 3. Someone didn't roll.
Cameron did. You
Cameron
rolled the
did.
light side. It didn't go. You cleared the pool as I think he was rolling.
Yeah.
Okay, then
I
yeah,
So it should be
I
one.
fixed it.
Yeah.
Also, Nick, you know that, well, not Nick, you all know, you could try and make your own computer spike, but they're really difficult to make. Would probably take about a day just to make a computer spike.
Is it what's the checks on that? Is it computers?
It'd be a computer's check, yeah.
My droid has a computers 3.
So you want to try and trying to get your droid to make you a computer spike?
He's got a computers 3.
All right, let's see if your droid can make a computer spike.
And I assume if he succeeds, we're just going to go out and try to find the center as he's building.
Find the building, since he'll be just making the thing back on your ship for sure.
So I don't know how I roll this. It's got
So,
computers
yeah.
3.
If
I
you
don't
looked
have
at
a
the
sheet for it.
droid sheet, it had like everything you need to do for stats for them.
Yeah, I've got it all up right here. I just don't know. Like, do I need to make a companion sheet right quick?
Yeah, I put my medical droid is all in the companion sheet.
Skills, talents, and weapons. Sorry. I'm trying to get at the stuff that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Got 2 intellect, 3 computers. Okay, I'm ready. Roll. You ready, Cody?
Yeah. Yes, I'm ready. Sorry. All right, so your droid is going to be making the computer spike while you guys are out roaming the streets, making your way downtown.
Walking fast.
Make
Faces.
faces fast as you're homebound. Alright, so you guys are basically going to have to figure out some way to narrow down these buildings because it's a pretty big area and you don't know where to start, really. You've narrowed it down. You're in quadrant 715 on one of the lower levels of Coruscant, and that's basically all the information you're really able to get. And as you get here, you realize the fact that it was narrowed down to this area is actually pretty impressive, just because the nature of locating a place like this is pretty tough. Control Z. Yeah. So how do you guys feel would be the best way to go about locating? You also still need a data breaker if you feel like that's something that could be useful to your group.
Nick, this is your area of expertise. Get to work.
Gosh.
Yeah, this is very in
What, do you want me to make it, or are we trying to find it?
either or.
Because, I mean, making it, I can try, but finding it, I mean, I can...
See if you can make it.
Alright, let's see if I can make it.
Alright, let me see. Can you make a data breaker? Is that a thing that can be made?
I'm not real sure what a data breaker is.
Yeah.
He's an expert.
I know what a data spike is.
I am the goat.
I don't think you can make data breakers.
I am not the goat.
Let me see. Yeah, it's just like a slicer tool.
He's got a slicer toolkit.
I mean, I got a slicer. Where is it?
I think you have a slicer toolkit or a splicer toolkit.
I have. Where
But do you have a data breaker in
I have
your slicer toolkit?
I have slicer gear.
You have slicer gear?
Yes.
All right, yeah, we can assume that you've got a data breaker in there. That seems reasonable. They're not particularly expensive. Like the hard thing about them isn't the price; it's just locating one. So yeah. So Nick actually already has a data breaker. He is the goat. You guys didn't know, but he is.
We had no idea.
All right. Yeah. So Nick's got the data breaker. Your droid's making the data spike, the computer spike. And the last thing is you might need to figure out, once you've found the building, some way to sample the security protocols for the spike to make it more effective. Because just jamming a random spike in a computer while being able to yield results does not yield the best results.
Mm-hmm. We still have no idea what building we need to go to.
You are blindly wandering through downtown Coruscant.
That's how I like it. Get things done.
Walking fast.
I want to try to find an information broker.
An information broker, like someone who just deals in secrets?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say that you can. I'm going to say that there is a little bit of a danger with this particular method, as if he doesn't like you or the communication goes poorly, it could negatively impact you guys. So it's going to be a little more dangerous to just straight up talk to somebody about the location of a Hut's secret transportation data center.
Yeah, because us talking to him, it gives him information.
But it could give you guys a lead. So it is ready for you to attempt a streetwise check whenever you would like.
Buddy, do you guys think we should do this?
I'm not telling you not to. I'm just telling you the dangers.
Yeah, I'm letting ask everyone out of character. You guys down with doing this?
If you need anyone to negotiate, I have 2 dice that usually succeed. So I think this is better.
So do it or not?
Why not?
Do it.
You gotta make some progress somehow.
I tried my best.
All right,
Give me
so
information on the ongoing plot.
You want information on the ongoing plot? I can spend your advantage to maybe give you a clue. How does a clue sound?
Yep.
I
All
like
right,
clues.
so the guy is able to tell you. He doesn't really have a lot of information on this, or so he seems to tell you. But there's some different buildings that seem to have groups of lightly armored individuals, usually groups of 3, and they'll circle the buildings in regular intervals. But their patrol routes are kind of random. The buildings don't seem to have anyone enter via the front door, and if the PCs are armed with this information, then watch the buildings for at least a day. Sorry, I don't know why I'm reading all that part. Whoops. If you watch the building, you think you can maybe figure out the guards' patrol patterns and what they look like. But the broker is able to point you towards a few buildings which seem to have groups of armed guards that circle them.
Sweet. That was helpful.
Very helpful.
So there's a couple of these buildings?
There's a couple different buildings with guards that patrol the outside, usually in groups of 3s. That the guy points you towards. And so let me go ahead and go here.
Are they like all clustered together or like spread out?
The guards or the buildings?
The buildings.
Why don't you look at your map that I just gave you?
It is a white screen.
Yeah, it's a white screen.
I had to
You're
reload
referring to any-
roll 20 to make the screen load correctly.
All right, refresh your things, gentlemen. Refresh them.
I did it earlier.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, I had a white screen. So
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, sweet.
So these are all the buildings that he points you to that do have
Yes.
guards that patrol them on a regular basis.
yeah, pull it down.
I'll pull it down, baby. Oh, he's quiet. Did he mute himself?
Who?
Alex.
Sorry, I thought it was for me. I thought it was Saturday, so I was like, okay,
He's talking to someone.
That's impressive. Look, it's like if he turns away, it like goes away immediately. But yeah, so here's a tiny map of the area that you guys are in. Should help you get a little more familiar with your surroundings. And these are the 4 buildings that you guys believe may match this description that you were given. But you're going to have to do some observation to narrow it down to these 4 buildings. So I gave you the wrong map. I'm really sorry. But you do have some information that there are guards that patrol the building. Let me just do this. Hold on. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And all the director gave us is that there's a data center on the lower level of our site.
Yes. So you know that there are some buildings around here that have guards patrolling around them that you may want to investigate.
I no longer see the map.
Yeah, it's gone. There it is.
Nope.
It's
Very
one
tiny.
square.
It should be gone again. Hold on.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Oh, it's super tiny. I'll be back again in just a minute. I got to figure something out for.
See ya. So, now that Cameron has successfully gotten you a teeny tiny bit of information, how would you guys like to go about investigating the local area, looking for these buildings with guards?
I think the residential block is where we should start.
Where are we currently at on this map?
Wherever you want to be. You're not really in one particular spot. You
I would say the residential block as well.
guys want to investigate the residential block?
Mm-hmm.
All right. How are you guys going to go about investigating the residential block? We're going to talk to some people. We're just going to watch the block. We're going to...
I want to investigate the guards that he was referring to, and I want to see what kind of guards it looks like.
So you're going to try and figure out what kind of guards are here in the residential block?
Yeah, like why they would be guarding something and see if they look suspicious.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, so Joey wants to investigate the guards. Does anybody have a better idea or something they'd rather do?
Sounds good to me. I kind of want to investigate the guards.
All right, Joey, let me get you a perception check set up here. All right, give me a perception check whenever you are ready.
Boom.
All right, Joey, so you spend the better part of a day hanging out and sort of like watching and investigating these guards. And you very quickly realize that these guards that you thought were guards aren't guards at all. These are just people that live in the residential block that work on guard duty somewhere else in the city. So they're not actually guarding the residential block at all. So you figure out after watching it for about a day that there's not guards in this residential block, and it doesn't really seem to match up with the description you were given of having guards around the perimeter of the place. So the residential block, at least as far as you can tell, doesn't seem to have any sort of organized guard patrol that goes around and watches it.
Wow, that took a long time to find out terrible information.
Would you like to find it faster?
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah,
But,
I did. It took you that long to find it out because you weren't trying to make a scene or be suspicious as heck.
Okay.
I'm
That makes
assuming that
sense.
you're being careful and not trying to
I would
draw
like to be careful.
Is there
Okay.
anything distinctive on their armor? Or
on the guards' armor.
The
guards'
random people
clothing
that
or
live here.
whatever? Yeah, the ones that we thought were guards. Are they wearing anything like a uniform, specific colors, anything like that?
I tell you what. Give me a perception roll, Cameron, or a destiny point.
Oh my goodness.
Your choice.
Uh,
As far as you can tell, you don't know where they work. They're just like a guard at the local man's droid seller. There's a local illicit drug seller in town that seems to hire out one of these guys, probably. They seem to be like a freelance kind of hired muscle, for lack of a better term.
I got the information that they're a thug on bail. It's great.
They're a thug on bail?
No, I failed the check and you still told me the answer anyways.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Not useful. It's not useful information.
Yeah.
Do
Do you guys want to check out the Black Sun building maybe?
That seems more of like an obvious. It seems a little bit more too obvious. It might be better to stick
Either
to
that,
the unobvious ones.
or we can go to the shopping mall and listen for rumors or something.
Yeah, we can maybe find some rumors over there too.
So you guys want to go poke around the shopping mall?
Mhm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How are you guys gonna make your way
I'm
through
looking
this?
for my people. I'm gonna do a streetwise check and try to find the criminals.
I'm gonna follow the road this way, like that.
I had no idea what you just drew, Joey.
Yeah,
I can't see
I
anything on the
didn't.
map.
It's there.
Did you point with your finger?
What? No, I
Did you
drew
point
a,
with
I
your
drew a
finger?
line.
It's there now.
Oh, okay. I see it barely. Wow, that's really small.
I'm trying to be inconspicuous.
Yeah, so you guys make your way to the shopping mall, and you're just wandering around the mall, just looking around.
Well, I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm looking for suspicious guarding activity and seeing
Okay.
if there's like any particular reason why someone would be doing that there, and trying to be inconspicuous in the same line.
Okay, yeah, for sure. So you guys make your way into the mall, and let's give me a group perception check. And let me get the pool ready for you. Beep. And I'm gonna use a dark side point, and
Oh,
I'm gonna upgrade the difficulty of the check.
does that mean I failed?
That means
I
that
mean, I
didn't
passed,
count.
but
I think
do
Mr.
it
didn't
again, I
count.
guess.
has our highest perception.
Does he?
I think so.
Who?
Right.
Rex,
What? Oh, am I supposed to be rolling? I'm sorry.
you have the
Perceive some
what's your
things.
perception?
I don't think it's great. Give me a second. I'm trying to
I've
find
got
my
2 green and a yellow.
I know you have a
I've
good-
got 2 yellow.
Okay,
Yeah.
then yeah, yours is better.
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Bop.
Wait.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Oof. All right, so you guys are sort of poking your way around the mall, and real quickly you realize you guys are drawing a lot of your attention to yourself, just wandering around the mall. Rex is a giant alien. No, you're full. You're full. With a big old blaster on his back. You guys make people uncomfortable.
I was just carrying my holder. I wasn't carrying the actual rifle around.
Oh, you weren't carrying the rifle?
No, that's why I said earlier, like, that's a
Okay.
bad idea.
Well, anyway, people start getting suspicious. You guys are spending a really long time in the mall. You guys haven't bought anything. You're not really. No one's really like doing anything that seems overtly suspicious. And you realize if you stay in here any longer, you're gonna draw attention to yourself. So you guys kind of have to get out of the mall before you really discover any useful information. And so the threat's gonna just kind of set you back in the fact that you have to figure out a new way to gather information on the shopping mall, because if you come back in and start wandering around, people are gonna start talking.
Can I look for a black market under the shopping mall or something like that?
Like a black market. It
At
wouldn't
the
be
shopping
under
mall.
the shopping mall. You want to try one?
Imagining Atlanta.
All right, so you want to go back inside the shopping mall. Is that what you're telling me?
I didn't know we had left yet.
Yes, you're leaving, unless you're deciding to stay.
Okay.
You get the distinct feeling that people are starting to pay more attention to you now, and that people are going to figure out that you're there and you're looking for something, and you're not there to shop. But if you want to
I'll
stay,
leave.
you can.
I'm not trying to draw attention. I will leave.
But you can.
Hi.
You're going to stay and trying to find that black market.
I will go buy a Cinnabon, and then I will step outside.
All right, Nick's got a Star Wars Cinnabon. What about you, Cam? What you doing? You sure? You can stay?
Mhm.
It's free country. Free planet.
Well, it's not. It's under Imperial control.
It's a super
Of course not.
oppressed
Yeah.
planet. All right, so you guys make your way out, and you have not really learned anything about the shopping mall. You're not sure if there's guards there or not. You don't know if there's potentially a place for a data center to exist on the shopping mall. You really don't know anything, so it's still a wide open possibility.
To the office block.
To the office block. All right. So you guys are gonna make your way to the office block, and how are you gonna investigate?
I'm actually gonna wait. Is there any businesses? Can you tell us about some of the businesses in the office block?
Some businesses in the office block. I'll tell you what. Why don't you try and figure it out, Joey?
I will try to figure it out.
All right, well, that was the wrong difficulty, but lucky for you, you still passed. All right, so the office block is not really businesses. It's more like corporate functional building spaces. So it'd be like when you drive down in Asheville, you don't go to I don't know, think of a
lawyer.
like a
Lawyer's
lawyer's office, or like a GM
dentist's
office, or right, something like that. So it's sort of like more white collar functional spaces. So like
It's
if
like
it's
you walk in, it's like they do their job there, and it's not business as you walk
right,
in.
we sell cars, but this is where we manage the car factories and the
Mhm.
salaries of people and stuff like that. So it's more like a functional.
You don't go there unless you have a
bureaucratic.
reason.
Right, exactly.
Can I walk into the sales office?
Sure. What sales? What do they sell there?
Either you said they're manufacturing cars, or does
Yes, there's a
is it up to
speeder
me?
manufacturing headquarters there that you make
Alright.
your way into.
Cool. I'm gonna waltz in.
All right, you waltz in the front door. There's a woman sitting at the front desk. Let's say she's a Rhodian, and she sort of speaks in the weird Rhodian basic. Hello, sir. How may I help you today?
I'm doing some research for the Empire. I need to see some of your sales records or talk to someone who has access to those.
She sort of like you see her like catch off guard at first, and then she's like, I absolutely would love to provide those for you. Can you please just provide me with some sort of imperial identification so I can know I'm dealing with an imperial representative, and then I'd be more than happy to do whatever you need me to do.
Hang
That
on.
makes sense.
I have something. I pull out the what's his name? I have a captain's badge on me from one of the guys that I looted. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Pull that out, flip it out really fast, and then flip it back into my hand.
All right, yeah. Give me a deception check, to try and deceive her into thinking that is a, and I'll give you a boost on that, to try and deceive her into showing you her records.
Bam.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Was it supposed to be that difficult? Dang.
oh no, it wasn't. I don't know why
Can
it
we
did
just
that.
drop the despair?
I don't know.
He still passed.
If it's not that difficult, is there a red? If there's not
No,
a
there
red,
was.
there
It
can't be
was
a
3
despair.
purple. There was no red. It was supposed to be 3 purple.
Okay.
Oh, then it
So
would not have a despair.
So we'll just turn the despair into a threat. So you will take some
Yeah.
threat instead. But you do succeed. And she goes, "Absolutely, sir. I would be more than happy to show a esteemed Imperial agent some of our records. Please follow me." And so she takes you back to the sort of data room and opens it up, and you can see that she makes her way out of the room, and she's left you in a very disorganized, very paper strewn, data plate strewn, disorganized records office. It's not well kept. They've not taken good care of it, and it is going to take you a pretty long time to sort through the papers and records and data slates that you see laying around the room. But you seem to be relatively unbothered while they leave you in here. Almost like they're hoping that you'll just get bored and leave, and not read through all this stuff. But about every hour or so, the front desk lady would come back and she's checking on you. "How are you doing, sir? I never did get your name. What is your name, sir?"
040.
040.
In
Is
the
that your...
research block, we're not allowed to use our names.
Oh, I'm so sorry, 040. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here. Can I get you anything?
Yes. Can I have the manager of sales?
The manager of sales, I do believe he's indisposed at the moment. I'll see if I can reach him for you.
Please do.
She leaves. She's not coming back with the manager of sales.
Yeah, I'm still looking around for if it's all papers, I'm looking for an oversized binder that would be master sales record for the previous year or
Yeah,
previous
so that
month.
stuff is in there, but it's going to take you quite a bit of time. Most of that threat is feeding into that. It's going to take you the better part of all day to sort through all this information and find what you're looking for, which is incriminating or odd records, places that aren't being paid for, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Is there any clothes in here?
Clothes?
Mhm.
No, it's a bunch of files.
Okay. I'm gonna walk back up to the front desk and say, "Okay, thank you for allowing me in there. Can I also go to the shipping
The shipping, what?
shipping department in the same building? I went to sales. Now I'm going to shipping."
Okay, so you're going to be in there for a while, yeah?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. So it's
While
going to take you
he's
pretty
doing
much
that,
all
I'm
day.
gonna be
So you'll have to
outside
come back
looking
tomorrow and do that. And so we're going to check in with the other party members and see what they're
yeah,
doing.
you can just leave me
What?
there, but I'm going to
Okay.
be digging around this place.
Okay, perfect. So Cameron is basically masquerading as an Imperial agent inside of a shipping company. What are the rest of you doing while he's in here working his magic?
I'm following Brandon Ty around.
All right,
Just in
Rex
case he
is
does
lost
something.
puppy dogging Brand and Tyrus.
Yeah. Because I
gonna
couldn't
send
go
Rex.
with Arthur, so I'm just following them.
I'm going to send him a text, basically, and say, "Yo, if I send you any sort of message, I need help other than this one."
Excellent.
Understood.
So you guys could try and investigate maybe the shopping mall a little bit, or you could double down on this residential block, and maybe the guards not being there was a sham. There is a Black Sun building over there. It says Black Sun, but I want to be clear, it's not a Black Sun building. It's just a building that is controlled by some sort of underground syndicate.
Mhm.
It's not Black Sun.
Yeah.
I apologize for that.
I do find it a little funny. It's like, we can go to the residential block, the shopping mall, the office block, or the place literally run by a criminal organization.
Right, but Braga is not part of the Black Sun, and Black Sun and Huts do not get along at all.
That's
Well,
fair.
I was just saying the
Oh no, I was more just
Black Sun
making a
building
joke.
was most likely guarded because it's the Black Sun building. The
Mhm.
other places didn't make sense to have like patrolling guards.
Yeah.
We'll
around.
call this the gang building. Where's my text at? Text. Gang. That's all black. You can't see that.
That's red.
There it goes.
That was me.
Gang.
I can't see that. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, I wrote gang
Yeah.
building on the map.
He just wrote it in crayon, and then someone underlined it.
Why did that get so small? There, I did it. I think we know now. All right, Tyrus, Brand, what are you doing?
I'm outside I'm looking for the guarded area. I'm trying to see if there's a specific building or area that the guards are patrolling, and trying to
Around the
perceive
shopping
as to
mall
why.
or the gang building?
The office. I thought we were still at the office.
Yeah, we're
block.
still at the office
Oh,
block.
you guys are still investigating the office block,
Well, we were there with Cameron, but Cameron went inside to do something with something.
right?
So,
So what are you guys gonna do? Are you just gonna watch it?
well, no, I just said I was going to try and find the guarded area, see if there's a reason why there are guards patrolling, and see what they're trying to guard.
Yeah, for sure. All right, give me a.
Because that's what these areas are, right? They're areas in which there are guards patrolling for no obvious reasons.
Correct.
Okay.
All right, so give me a perception check. See if you can find out where they're.
What's going on here, boys?
Oh, nothing.
You can't find any
Nothing.
guards for some reason. You spend all day looking around for these
There's
guards.
no guards happening here.
There's
Guys, I
no
don't think this is
guards.
the right spot. There's no guards here.
You
There
could
are no
maybe
guards.
spend your advantage for another clue.
I would love a clue.
All right. All right. So you are able to notice that there are. There's a few buildings in the sector that have air speeders come in at night and land early, and you found some like people in the area who are complaining about late night, early morning like air traffic, and they're not really like they've complained to local authorities, and no one's really gotten back to them. And
Rough
you
life.
think it's odd that there's speeders taking off so early and late in the morning. But when they talk about like, well, when you're like, where's this happening at? They're like, well, the office block has a lot of speeder departures from the top and bottom. Granted, they do a lot of speeder sales. There's a lot of air speeder departures from the Black Sun building and from the residential buildings as well, you believe.
Okay, sweet. I will take that information and put it in my back pocket and say, hey guys, we should go check out the gang building.
Okay.
Gang. Let me close this door. I'm trying to heat her on some baby.
Mm-hmm.
Cold as voodoo. My name is Tattoo and I wanna get smushed. Just smush me, food. Look how little it is. You want the Paris don't by same password. Twerk.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are gonna go investigate the gang building tomorrow.
Wait, is it nighttime?
Yeah, what time
You guys
is it?
spent all day looking for guards and talking to people, and that's how they told you that there's a few buildings in the area that are having early and late night speeder departures.
Actually, can we get a room and kind of like, so if we travel this way, and I'd like to kind of get a room over here.
near the gang building.
Well, it's not. It's like 3 blocks away. Is that 3 blocks?
Yeah, something like that. We'll say 3 blocks. Perfect. All right, so Cameron, you finish your investigations of the office building for the day, and you are going through their you're in their shipping records or their sales records right now. Your
I
sales
was
records.
going to shipping, but we ended up.
All right. So in the sales manifest, you are able to find that they've been making a lot of sales in the area to a lot of people. You do see some like kind of discrepancies in the numbers. Some things aren't quite making sense as far as like their intake versus their outtake. Their expenditure seems to be a lot higher than their incoming like finances. And you have reason to believe just by investigating there that something's not adding up quite right. You don't know if it's like you don't know if your data center's here. You don't know if it's like a front for like an illegal organization or if they're like taking bribes from the government, from the empire, or what's going on. But financially, something's not adding up.
Well, I would like to go talk to the office lady. And
All right. So you're coming up on closing time for the day. It's like 4:30 Star Wars time, and the office closes at 5. So there's a Rhodian sitting there, and she goes, yes, 040, was it?
It was.
How is your investigation of our sales gone? May I ask why you need to look into our sales records, sir?
Survey data.
The Empire is just trying to keep a tab on how much we're importing and exporting, both in and out of the planet, both interstellar and extrastellar. So, I'm just.
Well, we are flattered to be graced with the likes of the Empire, and we are very happy to have you here. I do apologize for the dishevelment of our records, but the manager, I attempted to contact him, and he was not able to see you. But I will try to get him to contact you as soon as possible.
That would be fantastic.
Cameron, give me a cool check. Hold on. Let me change the. All right, it's ready for you.
Hit the button, I promise.
I believe you. Sometimes it takes a little while.
I hit it again. So if it rolls twice, it's the second one.
Nothing's happening yet.
Yeah, nothing happened on my end.
Do it again. Do it again.
Try refreshing.
I'm gonna have to. BRB.
Yeah, there's nothing when I refreshed. I just see your past dice roll.
It says my connection to the server has been disconnected. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you. It might be roll 20.
Yeah, I don't have access to my character sheet.
Did roll trying crash?
Yeah, roll 20.
Yeah, it crashed. I had to refresh mine.
Cool.
No picture. There it is.
Okay, we're back. All right, cool. Are we still on the right difficulty?
Let me double check. And yes. All right. Go ahead and take a strain, Cameron. That manager is never going to call you. She is lying to you.
What was her name?
That's a great question. Her name is
Betty.
Jilmod.
Jilmod, do you mind if I take your contact information down?
She's like, I would love it if you could contact me whenever you needed. My number is all 4s. Shipping department, office block 1. Jilmod.
I look at her with the most dumbfounded face. Are you serious?
Okay, that was just me. I don't want to make up some number, Cameron. She gives you
so
her.
it's legit. All right.
Yeah, it's her legit number. You think?
I contacted immediately. Like I'm typing it in and calling.
Her little thing on her desk buzzes. Her desk phone, not her personal communicator.
Oh, Jilmod, you gave me the wrong number.
She goes, I don't understand. How? I did not give you the wrong number, sir.
A person as fair as you, and you're not going to give me your phone. Do they understand romantic languages in Star Wars?
Romantic languages? Are you flirting with her?
Yes, I'm flirting with her.
Oh my
Oh, you're
gosh,
asking
really?
her number.
This whole time
Yes.
you've been flirting with her?
No,
'Cause
I'm
that
flirting
is
with her
not
right
what
now.
I thought.
Perfect. Give me a
I'm flirting with her right now to get her phone number.
charm check to get her phone number. Yeah.
All right, cool. Darn.
Oof. She's like, I'm
Wait,
so
why is it
sorry.
a red? Holy crap!
I didn't do that. You did it. Oh, I've got an upgrade on it. All right, roll it again.
Bam! Get off me, kid.
I had the upgrade still in there. That's my bad. Yeah, she sort of like giggles a little bit, and she like writes it down and hands it to you, and she goes, maybe we could get together and we could talk about what you do, 040. Maybe even I could learn your real name. It's been really nice to meet you.
It's been a pleasure. So I'm gonna walk out now, but I'm gonna survey and look around if there's a roof that I could get on that I can see the shipping facility.
A roof that you can get on to see the shipping facility?
Yeah, I want
For
to see.
sure.
I want to see their like exports, like where they're actually moving speeders in and out of the plant.
Yeah, so to be clear, this particular location is mostly in charge of the paperwork. So there's another office block like next door where they sell the speeders and send them off. But really, any speeders coming in and out is going to be like high-level bureaucratic managerial stuff. This is not a store. This is like BMW is in, Asheville, and the BMW corporate is in Greenville. You're at Greenville BMW corporate. So there's not actually physical speeders on site.
I thought this was the manufacturing place.
No, they're basically the paperwork, the bureaucratic part of the manufacturing. The manufacturing is done somewhere else on Coruscant or potentially a different planet.
So the sales do happen here, though, right?
They can make sales, but more of they keep track of the paperwork and paying the employees and hiring and firing. I don't know how to describe
You're
Yeah, they're
basically
like-
telling me their HR department is on
This
a
is-
separate place from
Yeah, I'm
the
ready.
plant.
I'm gonna pop out for dinner. I'll be back in just a bit.
Okay. It's not their HR department. It's like the people in charge of buying the parts to make. It's the people in charge of hiring the HR department, firing the HR department, paying the HR department.
You're
This
telling me
is-
this is headquarters?
It's the headquarters. They're all paper pushers.
Yeah. All right. I won't hang out then. I was gonna stake it out and see who came and went.
Yeah, there is a
Good
landing
night.
pad up top. You could stake it out.
Sure.
All right, go ahead and take a strain since you're going to be staking out through the night and you've been working all day.
Can I take a minus strain from sleeping with my snow wolf belt?
For snow.
You're
You're
staking
gonna
out.
sleep during your stakeout?
Well, but
It'll keep you warm, but yeah, you still take a strain.
Cool.
All right.
Actually, can I just make a survival check to see if I don't take a strain?
A survival check? You're not sleeping. You're still gonna take strain. If you were trying to not like pass out, for sure.
Okay.
It's just a strain. It's just no big deal. Strain's no big deal, Cameron. You've never had a problem with strain before.
What's a strain?
Yeah, so give me, let's see, what do we want to use? Give me a streetwise check to see if you can stay up here staked out without being caught.
I get to lose a strain though.
You do get to lose the strain. Cameron, you're up there for a few hours, and a guard's patrolling around, and you try to hide from him, and he's like, hey, you, what are you doing over there?
It's just one guy.
There's three of them.
Uh-oh.
What time of day is it?
He's been caught.
It's nighttime, like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. You haven't been there that long. They found you pretty quick.
Okay. I stop and look at them and wait.
Sir, you need to leave.
I'm sorry. I'm just lost.
We'll escort you out.
Thank you.
They escort you off the property
Are they? Is there any way for me to sneak away?
from the guards.
Yeah.
Nah, you kind of already done failed.
Okay. I didn't know if they were like behind me or what.
No, yeah, they like snuck up on you. You weren't ready for them. So unfortunately, you're not really able to gather any information from your stakeout. But you do get kicked out, and they save you most of the night. So you're not too strained, actually.
Okay.
I'm
Can I
gonna
go
go
to
grab
the
some
shop?
food. I'll be back as well.
We can take a food break. Let's go and take a break.
Food break.
Thank you so much for watching our Star Wars roleplay game. I understand with this episode we had a weird ending. We took a food break and we were supposed to come back later in the day to finish up this episode. But our DM, Dungeon Daddy, he's going to basic training next week, and he decided that he was just going to hang out with his girlfriend and some friends, which is completely understandable. But if you do enjoy our Star Wars roleplay, we should be picking it back up whenever he gets back, and it should be around September-ish. So just kind of stay tuned for that. If you do enjoy the videos that I've been putting out, I do have some other videos of different gameplay on my YouTube. And I try to put out a few videos a week. All the editing is through me. I don't have anyone to do it. If you enjoy those, please subscribe to my channel. Like I said, our Star Wars roleplay will be picked back up in about 6 months, around September. So just stay tuned with that, and I hope to see y'all then. Thanks for watching.